Hello, this is Deb Joyce Sneak from Delight of My Art. Today is Wednesday and we're doing mystery stamping again. It is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We get together every Wednesday and do the mystery stamping. The way to participate is to use all of your own craft project or products from your stash so that you can use up what you have. I know that you bought it and that's why you love it. And we want to encourage you to use what you have. If you see anything that I am using that you do want to purchase, you can order that too at orderwithdeb.com. But let's go ahead and get started. We have some directions here. These are given to you every Monday, either posted in our Facebook group, Stamp with Delight, or emailed to you. So if you're not on my email list yet, please join in the link below. Let's go ahead and get started. In just a minute. All right, so we'll go ahead and put these directions to the side for now and get our pieces out. I'll just point out that we have a card base that's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And on my directions, I have a little bit more information, but this will be in the video description as well. We are going to do some scoring on that. And we have 6 different pieces of DSP. So number 1 and number 2 are the same size, and 3 and 4 are the same size, and 5 and 6 are the same size. So I want to get those out real quick and show you what I mean. Here is my base. I'm using a black one, so I'm hoping that you can see what I'm doing, but I have it drawn on a white one just in case you can't. So here are all of my DSP pieces, and I've kind of put them together in patterns that go together. So there are 2, the number 1 and number 2 are 4 inches wide by 2 inches tall in a bold pattern. So those are those 2 right there. The number 3 and 4 are the same size, but they're oriented a different way. So 2 inches wide, 4 inches tall in a paler pattern that is subtle because we will be stamping on this one. So these are the 2 that I chose, and I chose the ones that go with each of these patterns. And then we have 4 tiny pieces that are just barely under an inch. Don't let the 1/16 of an inch scare you. It's literally just one little tick mark less than 1 inch. And we have 4 little squares of the patterns 5 and 6. So those can just be little tiny patterns. And those are the ones that I chose for this one. So those are the 6 patterns that I have, but I'll put those aside for the moment. And we're going to do some scoring. So take your base piece. I'm going to get my trimmer out here. If you don't have the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, you got to get your hands on this. It has the scoring blade or the cutting blade and the scoring blade. And here's a fun tip. If you put a piece of tear and tape underneath this bar here, right here, I just put some tear and tape here, the measurements show up even better. So now this is white underneath here. Isn't that clever? I got that tip pointed out to me, so I thought I'd pass that along. Anyway, so here's our base, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. We're going to score this at just over 1 on all 4 sides. So 1 and 1/16. So over here, just past the 1, there's one more tiny little mark here. Let's see if we can get up there. Right there. The one that's one little tiny mark past the 1. That's where we're going to score it on all 4 sides. 1 and 1/16. So 1 and 1/16 all sides, all 4 sides. If you can tell, this is not going to be another normal card. We always do fun folds, but this one's going to be abnormally fun. So here we are. We have all 4 sides. We have a kind of a tic-tac-toe pattern, but the middle is bigger. Now what we're going to do is draw or cut an X in the middle, drawing a line from those 2 points and cutting it. So this is pretty easy because it's the same tips as the ends here. So line those tips up in your track. You just want to be looking for where it ends here. So this can be a little bit tricky. I'm going to stand up so that I can see what I'm doing. There is a bunch of cutting in this one, but it is a cool one. So I'm going to drop this so that my blade lands on that first cross mark right there. And I'm going to go down to here, and I'm going to open it without moving this and check. And I think it did cut all the way. So I'm going to turn this now so that my other two corners are in the track. And I'm going to show you I'm not going to move this blade. I lined it up perfectly before, so it should be good. And then we're going to test it. And I'm going to open it and see if I went far enough. I think I should go up just a hair more at the top here, just a smidge. Okay, that looks good. So now we have an X in the middle that's cut. So here's a white piece that shows what we did here. We scored at 1 1/16 all the way around, and then we just lined up those corners there and cut an X in the middle. So hopefully that's helpful. This is what we're working with here. And now I want you to fold it on not all of the points. Don't fold the X points. So this little point that goes up, we're going to fold that back and forth and then do that on each side like this. Don't fold these little triangles. We want to fold the corners back and forth. There. Okay, so now we have this funny piece that we're going to put aside for right now because we're going to do some cutting with our DSP. And this is the same on all 4 of these pieces, but we're going to do it all 4 times. So I'm going to take my pencil. We're going to do some marking. This is going to be marked at 1/16 less than 1 inch. So again, we're up here by the inch mark here. Let's see if I can get this in the screen. Right there. That one little mark. Here's the one line less than the 1. So we go over here and we're not scoring or cutting or anything. We are just marking on that track where that one, you can use a ruler here too. We're just marking with our pencil because we can erase this later on both of the sides here. So you have the long side at the top, just under 1 inch. Hopefully your pattern isn't too bold where you can't see. If it is, you can probably use like a chalk pencil or something. All right, so now I'm going to line those 2 marks up and we're going to make an X in the middle of this, lining those 2 pencil lines up in the track. Like this. I'll hold this still. So we've got those 2. We want to do another one, so we're going to try to keep this pattern together as we rotate it. If it comes apart, you can just stick it back together and line that back up in the track. I'm going to keep that there as I close the track here and cut. So now we have a little X pattern here. So I'm going to put this back on my table in the correct orientation there. And we're going to do that with the other highly patterned one, pattern 2. I was going to say B, but I didn't list it that way. Number 2. So same thing, 1/16 less than 1 inch. Hopefully I can see these lines because this one is pretty bold. We'll do our best. You'll have to know if you've let me know if you've seen this fold before. This one was new to me and I was just like, well, I have to make that. That's so weird. So don't let this intimidate you. I want you to try. I think last week's was a little bit intimidating. This week might be a little bit even more intimidating, but I think you can do it. So it's worth it. It's really cool. I thought these cards would be fun for Valentine's Day, which is today. Happy Valentine's Day. So here we've got our patterns here, and I'm going to do my best to erase those little lines if they're showing up still, because we will see those unless we erase that. So I'll put those back here. And then we're going to do the same thing to the subtle patterns here. So again, 1 less than 1 inch right here. Oh, I hear my kitty meowing. He must want some food. All right. me know if you have a kitty at your house. He's my Valentine. I actually get to go on a date night tonight with my husband. It's our usual date night on Wednesdays, and we usually actually don't go out for Valentine's because it's usually more crowded and everything's a little bit more expensive. I don't know. So we'll see what our plans are tonight. I'm not sure if we're gonna go out or stay in tonight. I don't really care as long as I get to spend time with my husband. It's all good. All right, so here we're gonna erase those pencil lines again. Like so. And we'll put that back in that same orientation. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm putting it back in that same shape. All right, one more, and then we can start gluing things on. And you're going to say, well, where the heck are these all going to go? Why is this card so special? Why is there a hole in it? I'll show you. All right, so here's the last one. I'll try to do this quickly because we've done it 3 times already. All right, last cut, and I can erase my pencil lines. Oops, don't draw any more on there. Okay, so I'll just put my trimmer off to the side now, and I'll scoot all of my pieces back in here. So here are those, and then we've got this bold pattern plus all of these little guys, these cute little cherries. All right, so this is what we're working with. First of all, we have this, and we've got this funny little X in the middle. We're going to do all the ones that I matched over here and put it on this piece. We don't need the little triangles. We can actually use that on a bonus card if we want to, or whatever you'd like to use. So we just need these 2, which will go on the sides like this. And then these 2 will go like this. Before we glue those on though, if you want to do any stamping on those, I would do that first. And then these little squares go on the corners. So we'll go ahead and glue most of those down except for the stamping ones. And this is kind of a trick because we did score over that line there, but this piece of DSP will cover that up. So it's kind of a cheaty way to make that shape. Otherwise, it'd be pretty difficult. I used a little too much glue there. I see it gooing out. So good thing this glue dries clear. Just give that a little wipe. Are we really having fun if we don't have sticky fingers? Now I have proof I've been having fun. Next, I'll get ink on my fingers so I really know. Right? Oh, this kitty's so hungry. I hear him meowing. I did feed him this morning. Don't let him fool you. Okay, so before I put these on, I'm going to glue on my other side. So this is what's special about this card. So we're going to fold it like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this. So it is an infinity card. So on the other side, it's actually if you turn it over so that the same top is up, only the middle panel will be right side up. Everything else is upside down. So if you have directional paper, like I do with the flowers and the strawberries here, turn that over. The middle, the bold pattern is the same, and then the other ones are upside down. Now my neutral ones are not directional, so that helps me a little bit. But when we stamp on it, we need to remember that those are going to be upside down. So that's why we're going to add those last, just to double check everything. And it's okay if you mess up on those. We'll do the gluing last. That's why we do that. So again, we're going to turn it over to do the little squares. I want to make sure I'm doing that right. Okay, so if we did it like this, like this, like this, here's where we'd see those. It needs to be right side up here. So this is up. If we fold this down, yes. So we do need to see the strawberries are upside down here. So these cherries need to be the opposite side, opposite way. That is good to know. I thought I had done that right. We'll see when we get it all done, right? I make mistakes too. This is, I've already done this a couple of times because I've got some alternatives for you to see. So I have made the mistakes for you, knowing what to tell you, how to correct those and what not to do. So yes, the middle panel is the same direction as the front panel. The corners on the back are upside down, and so are the center ones. So again, we don't need these triangles. We are just working with these at the moment. So let's go ahead and turn this back to the front. This one's all oriented straight up and down. So whatever stamping you want to do on the front is just on these two. Normally I do my stamping off camera, but I had to cut this for you, so I did not do that. So I'm going to choose what to do. I'm going to say best ever birthday wishes. And I think I'll do some bubbles or something. No, well, maybe this splash. I forget what I was going to do. I had a plan and now I forgot. All right, so let's go ahead and do best ever. This is all from the Simply Sparkling stamp set. It's got a pop can and some fruit. It's really cute. It's in the online exclusives. Just making sure that's inked up really good. I think my stamp pad is running out of juice here. Probably need to juice it back up again. Hopefully that looks good. There we've got best ever. So that will go there. Oh, that looks cute. Hi, kitty, kitty. Can you guys hear him? I do want to do birthday wishes, but I want it to fit with this splash here. Okay. Birthday wishes. So let's glue this on so we can see how it goes. So again, this top one, this front side rather, is everything is oriented right side up. Now on the back side, you see these together. They're actually going to be like this when we see them. So when we cut this, we have those little corners there, like this. The way that you're going to stamp the back side of the subtle pattern, what is this, pattern number 4 maybe? The 2 triangles leave, and these 2 have their straight edges near each other. So let's just confirm before we glue anything on or stamp anything. We're going to flip the sides. So now we can see these 2 panels. This is why this one needed to be right side up the same direction as the front, because you see that at the same panel. Now these 2 flip. So this is where you'd see the top side of this one, that top little corner, and the bottom little corner of this one. So when I stamp on these, I'm going to try to keep my stamps in the lower portion. I'll show you. All right, so I'm opening this up. This is where these 2 will go. So if you're confused about how these will orient, go ahead and flip through your infinity card until you get to that panel. So you get to the front here, I'll get in screen, left and right, top and bottom, left and right, and that's where it is. So I'm seeing that this is matching up before I stamp anything. So we'll try to leave that. It's going to pop a little bit, but we'll leave that over to the side so we can do our stamping. I'm going to try to keep this kind of low. Maybe I'll do this one at the bottom and some bubbles maybe at the top. Yeah, okay. I was just figured I'd decorate this with a few more images. We'll do some bubbles here and some cherries. And you don't have to do stamping on every panel. I don't think I did on my samples, so I think that'll look cool. And if we flipped back, are we covering up all the image? Maybe not quite. It's a little bit big. We got a little sneaking through there. That's okay. All right, get my stamps out of the way. Now we can glue these two panels, and then this card should be done. There's no dimensionals, no embellishments again, because we're doing another infinity card. Next week will not be an infinity card for those of you that don't really like these, but I thought these were a fun thing to do if you have some office ladies you want to give something to, or give it to your husband. This is a special one that you can, I mean, you love him infinity, right? So this is a nice one to make for somebody that you just love to infinity and beyond, right? So here's our infinity card. And this fits in an envelope because it's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So let's see, I have an envelope sitting here, but it doesn't match this one. But it does fit in there. It just doesn't fill up the whole thing, right? But it will fit. And it's real thin. So we've got left and right, top and bottom, left and right, top and bottom. So there's card number 1. This is called an X Infinity card. I didn't see a name for it, I don't think, so I gave it that name. But I did see somebody else do this. I don't think I wrote down who. I'm not sure. I think I had to do some tweaking with the measurements. So here is my card number 2. I love this one because it's using that free celebration paper, which is going away by the end of February. So if you haven't gotten your hands on this yet, make sure that you place an order of at least $50 to get this whole pack of these DSP for free. We've got a Hello Miss You with this one. This is from the Filled with Happiness stamp set, and this little bird is in there too. I just did some masking so that I would just get the bird. But we've got the side 1, side 2, 3, and 4. I love these two patterns together. They're my favorite. So pretty. And then back to side 1. So there's card number 2. Again, here is card number 3. You'll have to let me know which one you like the best. So happy to celebrate you. And it's continuous celebrating, right? So here's side 2, 3, and 4, sending hugs. And back to the front. Now on this one, this is 6 by 6 DSP that we were cutting. So I had strips of 4 inches by 2 inches, right? So I had all of these 2 by 2 inch squares left. So I did make a bonus card with the paper left over from that one. So I put the 4 in the corners and I just folded the inside corners back and then put a little diamond in the middle. It's a square just tilted. So I thought that turned out really cute. Let me see the measurements on this one real quick. I didn't write that down. So we did the folding. Yeah, this is 2 inches at, I'll have to look at my ruler. It's 1 1/4, 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 for the base one, and then 1 5/8 by 1 5/8 for the middle square. So that will fit in there. And then the DSP is folded at, I don't even know. See if I can get a 2 inch square real quick and do some testing. Do I have one in the trash? No. I don't throw away pieces that big. Let me go find a piece. Hang on. Oh, here's one. All right, so here's a 2-inch square. I believe that I had them all, and I looked at which side of the square I wanted to. So if I was doing this one, I'd say I want to fold this corner. So I put it over here past the thing, and I think I lined it up at 1.5. Did I do that? We're just going to find out. Let's see if this works out. So I don't remember what I did. That looks right. Yeah, I lined it up at 1/2. Yes, so the points up here and down here are lined up on the 1/2-inch line, and then you just score that whatever corner that you're wanting to do. So hopefully that's helpful too, so you can use up all your leftover little squares if you had 6x6 pieces or 6x2 pieces, and then cut off for the 4 inches by 2 inches. So there's our cards for this week. I hope you liked that. I hope it's not too intimidating. I think you can do it, but I will go ahead and put my face back on here. Baby, there I am. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please like and share these videos, and follow me on YouTube, and follow me on my Facebook page. And again, if you like any of the materials that I'm using today, you can shop with me at orderwithdeb.com. And if you're watching live, when you order, excuse me, this week you get a card packet if you place an order before Friday. So that would be the 16th of February. So just a couple more days. And we also have Celebration ending at the end of February. So make sure that you put your orders in before the end of the month so that you can get your free products. You can check out all of the Celebration items on my online store, orderwithdeb.com. You can see them in the drop-down menu. They're probably on the main page there too. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and use those craft supplies. Have a great day. Bye.